Hi, I'm Marissa Giampaolo, and I feel like I hold all 10 dispositions with some room to grow, of course. The first one being the high expectations. At the beginning of the school year, I like to meet with my students one-on-one, hold like a little mini conference for them so that they get used to that for the real world, and then to go over where they're at based off the assessments that we've done, and then show them where they need to be, and then together we'll set expectations that are obtainable but not too easy where they do need to work for that. So that's how I set my high expectations in my classroom. The next being respect for diversity. I lived in Mexico for half a year, and I feel like that really helped me understand what it's like to be in a different culture. So I like to bring that aspect into my own classroom with just being accepting of all diversities and all backgrounds. Fairness is another disposition, and I feel like, not that I feel, it's a fact that every student learns differently. Therefore, the playing ground needs to be leveled. One student is not going to test the same way that another student will be tested. Therefore, we need to make those appropriate accommodations for students and their learning needs. Professional conduct is very important in this field. I like to keep professionalism with all my students and all my parents. That way, I'm not in any jeopardy, my career is not in jeopardy, everybody feels safe, and there's just that level of respect everywhere. Curiosity in the classroom and active inquiry is super important for student learning. Just being able to discovering learning, just discovering new things, that's exciting, and that helps students learn, and students being actively engaged in their learning as well helps them to grasp a deeper knowledge of the content that's being taught. Having integrity as a teacher speaks volume. When I was teaching 4th grade, I would make numerous mistakes with like my multiplication or division, and I would go back to the class and be like, guys, I made a mistake. And I did that for 2 reasons. 1, because I didn't want to teach them the wrong thing, but 2, because them seeing me as their teacher come to them and say that I made a mistake, I feel like that really helps instill in them that it is okay to make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. We're all human, but we need to own up to our mistakes, and we need to take responsibility for our actions. The relationship I hold with my students allows them to come to me with anything on their mind. It could be school related, non-school related, something's going on at home, something's going on between their friends, could just be they're having issues in math or reading, but they're comfortable coming to me with that, but they also have that respect for me as their teacher. We're not buddy-buddy, but I am their safe person. School involvement or community involvement is important in my classroom. I love to engage all my parents into the classroom for any function that we're having, any learning activity that they could be doing. I really like to include my parents because that shows the student that their parents care about their learning and that they're there for them, but it also shows helps the parent be involved, and I feel like that helps a lot outside of the classroom. I'm committed and dedicated to every student that enters my classroom. I want every child to be successful, however that looks. It could be making that A in math or that A in reading, but it also could be learning how to problem solve or learning how to resolve conflict between your friend. It doesn't matter what the success looks like, everybody can succeed, and that's what I really want to instill in my students. I feel like I have a really good grasp on all these 10 dispositions, but as a teacher, there's always room to grow and there's always room for improvement. So thank you.